long since I did this, like, just put a camera and basically talking to myself. I think the last time was in my room back home, and now I feel like it was such a long time ago. It's really weird how the concept of time is just like, it doesn't even exist really, because if I didn't know how long it's been, I would think that it's been a long time. Like, I would think that it was 7 or 8 months ago, while it was last month. Literally, like. But sorry, I'm kind of out of breath because I was dancing. Because that's how I roll. I just be performing my world tour in my room alone, and like just complete silence because music would be probably here. And I always wondered if someone's passing by my room and would just listen, they would hear lots of like breathing and heavy breathing and gasps. They would know what's going on. But anyways, I just wanted to do this kind of as like a mental, just kind of like an evaluation, and just organizing my thoughts, because when I was like back home, I used to talk to myself all the time, and it was almost like I was having conversations with me, but kind of, it's really strange, because ever since I've moved here, I don't talk to myself anymore. I feel like I was having all the conversations that now I have with people here all by myself back home. So I was having those conversations, but with myself. Now I'm having the same conversations, but with other people, which is like about life, about ambitions, about future, about what you want to do. It's just been so surreal. Moving to US had always been something that I was anticipating my whole life, and sometimes there are some things in life that you just make it so big that it almost feels like it's never gonna happen. It could be anything. For some people it could be marriage, it could be I don't know, finding your ideal job, finding your ideal partner. It could be something that you've always wanted and you dreamed about it so many times, and it almost got to a point where you thought that, is it ever gonna happen? Because it's like this big thing in your mind. Imagine if you think about a celebrity every day and you love that celebrity, like you adore that celebrity, but you've never actually met him, so you don't really know him, right? So you have just created this image of that person in your head, and it just seems perfect in your head, and you really want to achieve that, or see this person, and you never think that you will ever meet this person, right? This celebrity. And then, someday, like one day it happens and you go to their concert or meet and greet or fan sign or whatever, and then you actually meet them in person. And in that moment, it's almost like another dimension of this universe for you has been unlocked. It's such a weird thing. But like, it's just, ever since I moved here, it's almost like I live in another reality, a completely different reality. And what's funny about these kind of situations, when you step into a completely unknown situation and a big change, a transition, is that nothing is almost nothing is the same as what you expected or what you predicted. So it just comes down to, why are you even predicting? Why are you even trying to foresee what's gonna happen? Because you have no idea, Before I came here, I kept like thinking, oh, I'm gonna hate it, because I'm gonna be studying something I don't like in a really small town, and away from my family and everyone I love, and I'm gonna be depressed and I'm gonna be sad, and it's gonna be so bad. So I was like ready for that, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the first day was really hard when I came here, and students hadn't come yet because I came here way earlier than all the other students, and I don't know, like I just thought that it was the right time. But there was none of my roommates were here. The town was empty, the campus was empty, and I just felt so weird. It was like a zombie town where everyone's dead, and my room was empty. There was nothing, not even a bed sheet or a pillow or food, nothing. And it was just like this surreal feeling of I am so far away from home, 10 hours with flight, and I couldn't even go back if I wanted to. And now that I'm here, what have I done? Usually, like, that's the question that you face. It's like, uh-oh, what have I done? And that was my sentiments exactly. And I was just like so scared, and I didn't know. I hope this is recording. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh my god, this is a mistake. This is such a big mistake. And I remembered I just cried and I missed my room, even though back home in my room I had cried so many tears just dreaming about getting out of there and getting in the outside world and just experiencing life for what it is instead of being in a bubble. And I just knew that I have so many potentials and I have so much to offer. And I always say it like this: I felt like a rainbow with like colors, different colors. And where I was living, and in those circumstances, I was only able to use a few of those colors or show a few of those colors, and the rest had to be hidden and had to be kept in like between the four walls of my room. And I didn't want that. I want to grow and I want to feel fulfilled in life. And I just want to be the best version of myself that I can be. And that's, again, it's a vague concept, but I just want to, how I was talking about unlocking different dimensions of your universe. I want to unlock as many dimensions as I can. It's like every part of my life that's like kind of just in a darkness, and I don't know if I can, like, can I do this? What will happen if I go and open that door? And every time you open a new door, you find out a new part of yourself. And I want to open all those doors, and I want to know myself. It's I think that's life, right? Knowing yourself and the journey of knowing yourself and knowing what you're capable of, but what are your strengths? What are your powers? What are your weaknesses? What makes your heart beat faster, and what motivates you? What's something that makes you just want to wake up in the morning? But anyways, so I just knew that my answers are not in that room back home. So I had to take this chance, and even though it was a really big and scary transition, and a lot of my friends and people who know me would tell me, wow, you're so brave for doing it. But in that moment, I was so numb and I didn't understand what they were saying. I just knew that I wanted to get out of that situation, get out of the room, and just explore the world and see new things and meet new people. And then, as I was saying, like, I couldn't be more wrong about what I was going to face here. That it was going to be so boring, that I'm going to feel alone, and everything's gonna suck. I'm gonna be depressed. I'm gonna be crying every day. None of that happened, actually. I just came here, and there's like so many new things every day that I never ever had in my life before, that it's like my brain for the first month was it was gonna implode. Like, the amount of new data that data is it data that I was receiving was just, oh my god. So it was like lots of new people. Just to be able to see different races of people was amazing. Like, I had never seen an Asian person. I had never seen a black person. Imagine living in such a bubble. I mean, I don't know, I just couldn't. And what I'm trying to do is just being in the moment and faced with the struggles and challenges of the moment and the current just like right now, because it's always now, and you're always in now. So I don't know, like I feel like the more I embrace the moment that I am in and I fully understand it and I fully experience it, the less regrets I have. And that's what I like to do. And one of the things that I really want to do is here is meeting as many new people as I can, and also just trying new things, different things, because here I actually can. Something as simple as trying Mexican food or pork that I never had before, or going to church. Like I had never done that. So it's full of possibilities. It's full of what's going to happen tomorrow, I don't know, but I'm going to figure out, I'm going to see. And I don't know, there's like so much to look forward to. And such simple things like riding my bike every day to class, or interacting with people from completely different backgrounds and ethnicities and nationalities and races. It just makes me feel alive, and it makes me finally feel like part of the world, because for the longest time I felt so isolated, and I felt like I was living in a bubble. And I think partially that is true, but I'm not trying to judge people who are still living where I was living, in my home country. My family is there and I love them. So, but yeah, I just needed to do this in order for me to grow and in order for me to unlock those possibilities and unlock those different universes. I thought it was my roommate because I live with other people, right? I live with two other people, and I actually love my roommates. I don't know if it's just like I'm lucky and they're such good people. They're just really sweet, and we became like a family, even though it's been like a month and a half almost. But we really are like a family, and we ask about each other's days, and we tell each other that we love each other. It's really nice. And I think that's like a really like that's important, because if I had bad roommates, and if I probably would have missed home much more. Sometimes I do miss places back home. Sometimes, I mean, every day I think about my family. Every morning I wake up and my brain still hasn't fathomed the fact that I'm not home. So every day that I wake up, I feel like I'm home. And I hear stuff like, someone passing or someone coughing or someone washing something, and I think that it's my mom or my brother, and then I remember, oh, I'm not home. And at the moment, as I said, I'm not trying to think about, oh, when will I meet them? Like, it's gonna be years before I get to meet them. You don't know. Maybe it's gonna be next month. Maybe it's gonna be 5 years from now. You don't know. And the truth is, why are you worrying about something you don't even know? So I'm trying to just get rid of and prevent any extra unnecessary stress. And because I used to be really anxious and I used to be really stressed out about everything in life. But here, if you get stressed out about like the smallest things, there are so many things that are happening, so you wouldn't even survive. So I'm trying to like just chill, and I think so far things are going well. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited about it, and there are always things to do. There are always places to go to, even though this is such a small place. But just the fact that I could just take my bike and just go out and do stuff is just liberating. I don't know, I love it. And yeah, those are my thoughts right now, that I can think of. I'm pretty sure I have so many more, because I just wanted to record something, and then things kept coming up and I couldn't really just be focused and sit and record like this. It's kind of good for me to see this in the future and see what kind of progress I made, and whether or not, I mean, I could become a more mature
person and unlock those next levels of this game that's called life, right? So yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm really excited about it. It's really fun that the quality of your life could change so drastically, like completely different. That's the thing. Like when you think about something like this and then you try to predict how it's going to be, you really can't, because it's completely different than what you have ever experienced or faced in your life. So you don't even have an understanding about what it is that you're going to be facing in that next phase. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love that about it. It's unpredictable and it's fun like that. I just know that now that I have this chance, now that I was given this chance, I'm going to explore it. I'm not going to let it go to waste. So much has been done, so much money has been spent, and so much effort for me to be here right now. So I'm not going to be ungrateful. I'm not going to let it go to waste. I said that already, but I'm going to really embrace this opportunity and make the best out of it. Whatever that may be, I'm not going to put a definition to it that the best of this situation would be me getting all A's or me graduating or me doing this or that. Even if I learn stuff, anything, even things about life, I would be happy. Things that I could never learn back home in my room, sitting in my safe bubble. Yeah, that's all. So the sun is setting and it's really pretty. Anyways, to whoever is watching this, future me or anyone else, thank you for watching. Love you.